This is a topic that I hadn't really wanted to talk about, but I know I had to because I know it could help people. And this is not going to be the happy, energetic, decorated vlog that I normally make every day. This is going to be about my anxiety. And I haven't touched on this topic till now because I've always had the fear of being identified by having anxiety. Almost like it's something to be ashamed of, and at one point I was definitely ashamed of it, because who wants to admit that there's something that's conquering their mind and their life? And I want to start this by saying that most people would say that you have anxiety, you just need to chill, stop taking everything so seriously. But the bad thing is it doesn't really work like that. Up until October of 2019, I was probably that person. It never really processed to me that anxiety can have an effect that's either life-altering or life-threatening up until I had a panic attack. So what caused my panic attack? This is gonna be deep. Y'all check out this tape wall.
Real life punk. Now get out of here. Real life punk. Now get out of here.
No, keep that. If you don't know what a panic attack is, it's something that comes from your mind. It also creates like physical symptoms, like it hurts in your arms and your chest. And sometimes it can make you feel dizzy, like crazy bowel movements. I know that sounds sick, but it's not really something you would relate to having all the physical things, because whenever your arms start hurting or your chest starts hurting, you feel like you're having a heart attack, or you think you're having a heart attack, or some other crazy medical thing, and you don't really identify what it is because you've never had one. You've never had the need to know what a panic attack is. And you really don't even think about those kind of things, because you look at yourself and you say, man, I'm just as laid back as they get. I'm calm. I don't have any kind of stress. I'm good. And that's exactly what I thought. But what I failed to realize is that as you get older, your body changes. Things in your body start depleting and chemicals start getting imbalanced, and things just aren't how they were whenever you were younger. And up until that point, I'd been really healthy. I'd done a lot of winning, so to speak, in my life. I've never really had any kind of health problems, and I never felt anxious. I never felt like I had anxiety. And there was nothing stress-wise or any kind of outside force that changed. It was just that my body was changing. I'd neglected myself for too long. I was going too hard, too fast for too long a period of time. I'll just walk you through what happened. I was laying in bed one night, and my heart started to beat kind of fast. And then as it started to beat fast, it started beating faster and faster and faster. So now I'm thinking I'm in a really bad situation. I feel like I might be having a heart attack.
Look at what I got.
That's very cool. Heck yeah. So I sit up in the bed and things just keep getting worse, and it's almost like a panic attack builds on itself. As things are getting worse, the symptoms just continue to get worse. It's like in your mind, you're like, okay, well, I'm dying. I'm really scared, you know, so I'm gonna continue to panic, and this whole thing's gonna be, and the whole thing just continues to spiral out of control. So Leanne takes me to the ER. They lay me in a bed, they start putting needles in me, they're like hooking me up to these EKG things, and really at this point, nobody knows what's going on except for my heart's beating fast, and they need to get my heart rate down. Otherwise, I guess other bad things could happen. Once they got my heart rate under control, they admitted me to the hospital, and I probably stayed there for maybe 24 hours, and they continued to do tests. And in the weeks to follow, I went to a heart doctor, and they checked me out and did other kind of tests. And they came back and they were like, dude, you're healthy. Everything's perfectly normal in your heart, and I don't know what's going on. And at that point, nobody suggested anxiety. It wasn't until the second ER visit when the doctor said, do you have anxiety? And at that point, I just say, no, I don't have anxiety. I'm fine. I'm just as laid back and chill as somebody could be. He said, man, you should really consider that, because we went through everything and you look good. There's nothing wrong with you. Then I went home with a new idea, and I almost immediately felt better when I started to understand that this could be my anxiety that's causing me all this trouble, and that I could possibly not be dying. By this point, my heart doctor had me on metoprolol, which is a medication that slows your heart rate down. And I was kind of communicating with them, and when it started happening again, when I started having another panic attack, I called the heart doctor's office and said, hey, I'm not feeling good, my heart rate's up, my blood pressure's up, what do you want me to do? What can I do? And this is one of the pivotal moments. She said, Clay, you just need to calm down. You need to get somewhere and sit and be calm, be alone, and just try to gather your thoughts. And for some reason, it kind of set in with me, and in a weird way, this is where my idea to do daily vlogs started. And I promise you, it didn't begin as an idea. It began as me watching YouTube videos, and I found a guy named Casey Neistat, and I was watching his videos. And I really appreciated his style of vlogs because he's documenting his daily life. You know, you're going through his day with him. And at that time, that is exactly what I needed. I didn't need to be in my reality. I needed to be in somebody else's reality, and that is what that allowed me to do. So anyway, I went to my general doctor, general practitioner, whatever the heck you call it, and I tell her I think I might be having some anxiety problems, and she said, yeah, that's very possible. So, and this is another really pivotal point. They took my blood and they figured out that my iron was low, my vitamin D3 was low, my testosterone was low. A lot of things were just off kilter and needed some correction. And like I said, up until this point, I'd never really been to the doctor. I'd never paid attention to things in my body. So if I could give anybody advice that's having this kind of trouble, man, go to the doctor, get your blood checked out, and get them to tell you what's off in your body, because the things in your body, your vitamins, everything being depleted, could be affecting the way you're thinking. And I feel like the same thing could apply to depression or like suicidal thoughts, is like the things that you're thinking aren't necessarily what actually is. So they put me on vitamin D3, they put me in an iron supplement, they're also supplementing my testosterone. I take a shot every 2 weeks. And the last thing they put me on, I say put me on, I mean they suggest this, is Celexa. Celexa's like SSRI something, I don't know, they say I need to take it for a year. And I was really hesitant on taking that because you look it up on the internet and it's like it's depression medicine, and you hear these horror stories where it makes people freak out and go crazy. But at that point I really had no other choice. It was like, okay, well I'm gonna go back and forth to the ER, or I'm gonna start taking this medicine to make me feel better. So I did. I started taking it. It really helped, and let's just say 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, I start to feel better. I just start to really just, I forget about the idea of anxiety. I feel like other things are getting right in my body. My testosterone's getting better, all my vitamins are where they should be, and the chemicals in my body are all starting to work together again. So fast forward a little bit to now, I'm on a half a dose of Celexa, and I really plan to get off of it really soon. And it's really hard to admit that I take that kind of medication because I'm a man, I'm strong, I should be able to conquer everything with what God gave me. But the bottom line is that sometimes you need help, and I absolutely needed help, and I got with the right people, and I felt like they got me on a corrected course. And I'm not making this video just to tell everybody my sob story and make people feel sorry for me. I'm making it to help others, because whenever I entered this whole panic attack thing, I was blindsided. I had no idea what it was. I had no idea that my heart beating really fast was nothing other than a heart attack. And if this is the first time you've watched my videos, this is definitely not the type of videos I make, but I did want to just sort of be real for a moment and just come clean with you guys about just some of the struggles I have. Anyway, the time has come. That's been another episode of Clay Cam. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you tomorrow.